welcome in. How are we all doing today? Sorry, I was rushing until the last second, so I'm frazzled. Do you guys get that as well? I feel like I'm not a rusher. Like I need to be ready like 10 minutes before I go somewhere. Otherwise, I'm just like completely lost it, you know? I'm just like I cannot function on a time constraint. Yeah, welcome in. Hope we're all doing well today, having a chill weekend. It finally cooled down here, which I am extremely happy about. It is no longer 29 degrees or whatever, 87 Fahrenheit in my house, which is it's great. If you're not early or late, yeah, I agree. I'm a like 5 minutes early kind of person. I'm not late very often. Sometimes I am late, and it's very very stressful. I don't like it. And I think it's very rude to be late, you know? Like not to stream, but if you have plans with someone, um it's a bit rude to be late because then they're waiting for you. And welcome in Zirconian. It's 31 degrees here. That sucks. We traded our weather. Xenophobe. That's the nickname you're going with. If I'm late for anything, I get terribly embarrassed and ashamed of yourself. I mean, yeah, if someone's like waiting for you, that's one thing, right? I think it depends. Um, I think it depends what it is, right? Like if it's like a party with like 50 people, then it probably doesn't matter if you're late. Um, but if it's like you're meeting one friend, then it's a bit rude to be late because then they're waiting for you. It's rude to be late, not to stream for people that matter. I mean, yeah, there's no time commitment to stream, you know. I think it's a bit different. I mean, it's rude for me to be late because then people will be waiting. But it's not if you're just coming in to watch the stream, like you don't the stream will go on, you know. um, real life, of course, comes first. And welcome in Scream! Exclamation point! Zodiac sign. I don't have that. I don't have that command. I'm a Sagittarius, I think. I was born December 13th. If that matters. Don't know the time of day. And welcome in Travel. Can I abbreviate to MJ? No one has ever called me MJ. Sure, yeah. I guess it's me, Jew. I guess that works, yeah. Don't like showing up to streams late. I'm sure everyone was waiting for me to watch with them. I know. Except for you, Jimmy. Everyone's waiting for you. She's the true MJ from Michael Jordan. I love that. You're the same birthday? Wait, no way. Really, Travel? Us and Taylor Swift, the besties. So you don't have to be here exactly at 9 a.m. I mean, you like to have the starting soon music. So if you want to be here for that, you got to be here exactly at 9 a.m. You're 13 December. Let's go. Let's go. That's crazy. We actually have a lot of December birthdays around here, but no one had the exact same day. Everyone's always like a few days off. Which is cool too, you know, like very very close birthdays, but not exactly. Yeah, we can be birthday buddies. Are you born on a Friday? I don't think so. I think I was born on a Sunday. Um, I was born in '98, so I think it was a Sunday. You can confirm that. Yeah, you're Sagittarius as well. Apparently, we're all Sagittarius guys. What does that say about me? Not really a horoscope person, but I do know that I'm a Sagittarius. It's my friend's birthday, but it's nothing to brag about. He's a real piece of work. Okay, we don't claim him on our birthday buddies. I can't believe you're born in the year '98. Why? Why? Did something happen? I know lots of stuff happened in '98. Ocarina of Time came out, I think. Or Majora's Mask. One of those. One of them came out. I think it was Ocarina of Time. You're not Sagittarius? That's okay. That's okay. You don't need to be in the cool club. It's all good. It's a Sunday. Let's go. Go. Sunday the 13th. Day of the Lord. Me. Oh, 90. Oh, okay. Like 98, like no 009. Okay, I got it. I got it. Miju's so old, she's from the 1900s. No way. I I am from the 1900s. What can I say? Um, can you guess my zodiac? I don't know that many. Um, Leo. Do I know all of them? Is there 12? There must be 12. Or is it not per month? I don't think it's exactly per month. The Bulls won their 6th championship in 98. The Bulls. Chicago Bulls. I think I'm right, actually. That sounds kind of correct. Chicago Bulls. Or no, that actually sounds right. Oh, maybe unless it starts with a B. Boston Bulls. You know, like something like that. I don't know that many cities in the U.S. You're not Leo? I'm out of guesses. That's I don't know that many horoscope signs. What are they called? Star signs? Miami Bulls? Are you guessing or are you correct? Like, are you telling me? I honestly cannot tell. You're from the 1900s too. The last part was not so bad. I wouldn't know. I wasn't really like present, you know? But I'm a big believer that, you know, the current time is good, you know? I like to think that we as society are constantly, you know, sometimes we regress a bit, but in general we are constantly improving, you know? So that's not too bad. The Bulls are a sports team from Chicago. I was right. It's Chicago Bulls. I knew that sounded right. I can't tell you what it is. I'm gonna guess basketball. Because I feel like Chicago Cubs is the baseball team, so and Chicago Blackhawks is a hockey team. I know that. So I'm guessing it's basketball because like what else would it be? You know? That's my only guess. They specialize in let's go. I'm so knowledgeable about sports. Come to Miju Games for the sports trivia. I'm ready. Wow, I'm so good. So good. I went to the dentist yesterday. Look, my teeth are so white. They scraped my teeth for like an hour. And then they made me get 2 different x-rays. I don't know if they're scamming me. Like, I don't know. They're like, oh yeah, you need to get x-rays do you really need to get x-rays every year? Like, I didn't care that much because it's like covered by insurance. But I was like, are you sure you need to get x-rays? Like, I swear I just got one. And they're like, no. But then I went and they had this crazy machine. They were like, you put your head in the thing and it goes like, there's like a machine, it goes like, vroom, and it goes like all the way around you. And I was like, what is this? And they're like, they check your jaw. And then they said, stop clenching your jaw. They said, you're clenching your jaw too much. Stop doing that. And I was like, oh. And they're like, when you're just standing around, make sure your mouth is like open. Not like open, but like make sure you're like like this. And I was like, why would I just hang out like that? I don't know. But I guess they said like keep your jaw in a relaxed state. Don't like put them together when you're just hanging out. Gamer to sports guy pipeline. That's me. And welcome in stat. The panoramic X-ray. That's what it's called. Stop mewing. They found out about my mewing. She touched my jaw muscles, and then she was like, "Wow, your masseter muscles are really strong." And I was like, I guess that's not good. Maybe I just have a strong jawline now because of my teeth clenching. It's not my fault though, because I wear a retainer. And then when you wear a retainer, you just want to clench your teeth because it's like it's very weird. You have something weird in your mouth, you know? You play Fortnite? No. And welcome in Chicano. I'm sorry, party. Welcome in party guy. SM jaw. No, you know what I found out? So when I was looking up about, I'm not gonna get it, but like I was just looking up about the V-line surgery, which is what the idols get, and they actually like look at like I have like a normal jaw, right? I have not had surgery on my jaw. They remove this part. Like we all have this part under our jaw. They remove that part and they just like shave it like this part. And they said like if you have that done, which a lot of K-pop idols do. Um, you'll get like saggy skin there because like there's like flesh there that no longer has anything to attach to. So then you have to get like you have to keep getting facelifts here because it will keep detaching. And I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like why? That seems like a lot of trouble, you know? It's good for streaming. You do a good jaw muscles for all the yapping. Um, how are you, mortals? Doing good. I'm glad it's a lot cooler now. What games do I play? Um, recently, I was playing Night Rain with the stat. Um, but we couldn't beat the hard mode bosses, so we're working on it. But we beat all the other bosses. And tomorrow I'm gonna be playing. Can I don't maybe Zirconia wants to announce it. I don't know. I feel like it's the sharpest part. No, because they just want like a no jaw. You know, like they want like a pointy chin, no jaw. You know. So then like they just remove this part. And you know what I found out? I found a picture of Yoon Jin from the Seraphim, and she's missing half her jaw. I didn't know. She looked really. I was like, she looks so normal, right? Like, sorry, not normal, but like, she actually looks very, like, you wouldn't have guessed that she got the jaw surgery. But then you look at pictures of her before her training, and you're like, oh, she had more jaw before. She just had the side of the jaw. She had one. She actually had a pretty pronounced jaw, like a nice jawline, you know? The bloodhound, literally, that's what happens. Like, you have like muscles here, right? Like, if you feel you have like muscles here, that part it just hangs down. You have to like cut it off and like tuck it back in. You know, like a facelift tuck sort of thing. You got bodied at your tournament last night. Oh no, you're getting rusty, man. Even you and you know why? You know why, Chikano? Because you didn't put your fight stick in your Kuromi bag. You needed to get the Kuromi bag, and it would have powered you up. Um, need more time. Hard to learn rotations with the yeah, you know that's the hard thing as well. Like learning the bosses. Like we can't learn the boss because like firstly you need to go 40 minutes through the run before you fight the boss, and secondly like once we get into a cycle on the boss, like once we get into a cycle on the boss of like dying and then we're like reviving each other, there's no time to like dodge and learn the moves, right? So I feel like we just need a few good attempts to learn the boss. And also the boss is only around for like 2 weeks. It's just tough. You're announcing anything you go but you don't want to make a big announcement. I finally convinced Zirconian to do the Miju Games challenge run on Baldur's Gate. So tomorrow, after my stream, we're all gonna head over to Zirconian's first ever stream, and he's gonna play Baldur's Gate, and I'm gonna control the other guys. Probably very poorly. Actually, yesterday, a few of us were theorizing the best way to make Zirconian miserable. Ernie said you should change your spells, like Zirconia will do the level up, and then she was like, "Oh, but like if they're a cleric, you can just change the spells." So it's like, she was like, "You should just change the spells to like something really useless, and then just keep spamming that." And then Zirconia would be like, "Where did you get the spell?" And like, I didn't choose that, you know. Or do a classic stat move and forget to disengage, and just take a lot of opportunity. Like just like if the enemies are here, just like go past every single enemy, get opportunity attacked by every single one. That's a good one as well. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna purposefully play badly. I'm just gonna try my best, which I think will make it worse. You know, like I think it's like you can't even complain if I'm really trying my best. But it's been a while since I played Baldur's Gate. I've just been watching a stat play, which probably isn't. No offense, probably isn't a shining example on how to play. So we'll see how it goes because it's been a while since I touched the game. I am learning about rogues though, because like I actually really suck at rogues. And is that seems to be playing it correctly? I don't know. I'm not a rogue guy. Can you do dance moves in real life? I try. I do like dancing. Like you, it's Yoonjin. Yoonjin is from IVE. Yoonjin with a N is from the Seraphim. She needs to be in the group because of talent. Yeah, she is. She's pretty. She's like weirdly a really good dancer. Like not weirdly, but like like she didn't have much training before she went. She debuted, right? I'm pretty sure. And she's like, she's actually like quite good. I was like, how do people learn how to dance that well? Like I'm like, I've been trying for years. I guess I'm not like training every day like for hours, but like, maybe I understand how they become good. I just need to not drink as many claws. You said you stopped drinking, bro. What happened? Do White Claws not count? Like you were like, I'm stopped drinking beer. um, you looking at the Yoonjin photos like a totally different I know she looks really different, but she looks like good. She looks good before and after, but she just has like a completely different vibe, you know? I guess because she grew up in America. Goblin camp, more like empty camp. I was very impressed that you cleared it out. I would not have survived that, like mentally, you know? Yoonjin, yeah, it's very confusing. Yoonjin. There's like Chaeyoung, Chaeyeon. Rogues have like 5 buttons. What are you getting wrong? I just don't really get what to do, you know? Because I'm like, want to attack, but then you're supposed to like hide first and then attack or whatever, you know? 5 buttons is a lot. You only need one. It's called Magic Missile. You only need one. You always got too excited when you're in a public setting and being around all the homies you haven't seen in a while. Fair enough. I mean, it's not about winning. It's about having fun with your friends. You did say you stopped drinking, bro. You said, I can't remember exactly what you said, but you did say that. You did say that. When I went to Juilliard, you had to dance for. No, Jimmy, you already told us you lied about Juilliard. You don't need to keep up this ruse. We already know that you are a twin and that therefore you lied about going to Juilliard. But yeah, it's, practicing a lot does help with dancing. That is that is how it works. But I don't practice that much, so that's probably an issue. You're eager to see if I'll sweat more from being too warm or from mold. Oh yeah, good luck streaming when it's 31 degrees out. It is not fun. PC heat. Are you gonna have your camera on? If you have camera, if you have lights makes it warm as well. It's very unenjoyable. I'm Wakamin Khan. Thank you. It's my new hairpins because my other ones got turned into other hairpins. People are talking about Yoonjin from IVE who released a cover today. Forgot it was spelled differently. Yeah, it's easy to confuse the two. Not like visually, but just their names. You're gonna be VIP or mid. Yeah, no one's stopping you from being mid. Congrats. I don't know. You guys will have to fight for the VIP slots because I think you don't start out with very many. I think that's how it works. I think you start out with like 10. And then like you're gonna start out with like 10 and you get more, and now I have so many. I don't know how you get them, but like you get so many, and I'm like, why would you VIP this many people? You know? Where is it? But I kind of just stopped. I don't really use the VIP feature personally, as you guys can tell. Sometimes I try to VIP like IRL friends, just so it's clear that if they act weirdly, then my mods know not to ban them. Although you know what, it's kind of fine if they get banned. I'm sure they don't care. You're gonna be in a short lease. He just says hello and he's banned. I could see that. Only chatter I know is VIP is Harry. Yeah. Yeah, welcome in, Gecko. English only in chat, please. Yeah. I don't use the VIP feature very much. I don't really see the point of it. I don't really see the point of it. English only in chat. Switching languages does not help. English is the one. Okay, bro. English is the one that we stick with. I think if your max sub count goes, you get more VIP. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't look at that very much, so I wasn't sure. I just knew that they kept giving me more VIP slots. I was like, why would I have this many VIP slots? I don't know. I guess maybe some people like VIP like a lot of people in their chat. But I just like I feel like it doesn't really matter. Like I was like, you know what? I feel like it doesn't matter that much. No one seems to really care about that. And like on Twitch, like people come and go so often that I'm like, who would I even VIP? And like people know, like we know that we have regulars and a lot of you guys are here often, and like I don't really think we need a VIP feature for that, you know? Unless people just really want a special badge in the chat. 100 is the total. That's a lot. I don't even know 100 people. I mean, actually, maybe on Twitch I know 100 people. Like not personally, but like I would probably remember that many. Actually, would I remember 100 people though? Maybe. I just start listing out every chatter I know. Maybe eventually I'll reach 100. I don't know. I didn't consider this. And welcome in, Ratzi. Hello, Yapper. It's for like top streamers. But do they have 100 VIPs? Like, probably not, right? I'm sure everyone has a different process. Some people like you can redeem like the channel points, or you can like it's like their top gifters or whatever, or people they know personally. I don't know. I'm sure people have different ways of doing it. I just cannot be bothered. And no one has ever asked, you know. VIP Adam Cole, true. He is the VIP of the stream. Could Miju do the name 100 women challenge? Absolutely. I won't, but I could. If you average 8,000 viewers, 100 isn't that much. But like manually going through the effort of, I don't know, maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe that's what I figured out. Maybe I'm just real lazy. Because if you have 8,000 viewers, how do you choose? You know? You probably can't even read the chat. I don't know. I don't really watch like really big streams, so I don't know how they work around there. You have to add them all. You do, Con. You have to add them all at once in one command. You have to type them all out. Can't mods add VIPs? I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think they would do that though. I don't think they care either. So I need to get my little fan. No, okay. Con, you're so knowledgeable about Twitch. If you had a new one, you have to un-VIP and then re-add it. Yeah, that's how it works. You know, sometimes Twitch can be annoying about things, so I would, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. The static data structure, right. We just have to VIP me. You should check if you can. No, Ratzi. How about this? You can have VIP if you cease all parasocial activities and thoughts. Then you can have VIP as a reward. Is it VIP command /fan? I think so. I think it's just like a different acronym for VIP. You know, like, yeah, I think that checks out. You've been on Twitch for like 8 years and you've been through a lot of mod VIP drama in that time. Oh, honestly, I can understand. Like, I can see that. Like, it is very dramatic out there. It is crazy dramatic. There's a lot of like, I don't know, like behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, people take it really seriously, and people have like strange expectations of things. I can 100% see that, and there's a lot of people online, like a lot of like online friend groups can have a lot of like drama and stuff like that, miscommunication. And like a lot of people on Twitch, like a lot of people who stream a lot on Twitch are like younger as well. Like people who have like a lot of time to stream, or maybe like students and stuff like that. So I could see that. Or a lot of people who spend a lot of time on Twitch as well and get like really, really invested in it probably are younger. So that's probably like a recipe for drama. But you know, knock on wood, but we haven't had any drama here. Have we had any drama? Maybe something really stupid we've had drama over, you know, like I don't know. Like something silly that we were divided on, but it's probably you know, nothing crazy. Yeah, maybe Dr. Pepper, yeah, Dr. Pepper band drama. But yeah, I try my best to keep it, you know, normal, professional. We don't tolerate that. I don't even know how. I don't even know how I would get into drama, you know? Cause like I'm just like, yeah, it's just silly. We just gotta communicate like adults. That's what we gotta do. The government made me more money is buying shirts parasocial. Yes, those shirts. Do not wear that shirt in public. Like, what is that? Do not wear that. And welcome in happiness. You never gotten mad or tilted from chat? Not really. Like we kind of like tease each other a lot in this chat. So I don't really take things too personally. The one thing that does get on my nerves is like when I first started streaming Pokemon and Minecraft specifically, people were really backseaty. But then like once we like figured out like okay, we gotta like crack down on these behaviors and like set some ground rules, then it was fine. I think it's really up to the streamer and the mods, or I guess the streamer to tell the mods to, you know, keep chat in line and keep it like a nice place for everyone to hang out. Also, it's getting real bright. It's annoying. I hate when the sun shines. It ruins my lighting. I couldn't even tell you the point of VIP on Twitch. It's so people can feel special. But if we just ban Chicano to start some drama, it's time. You got drama Teflon. Yes. Would you ban the party animal? Nah. The cycle would be, if I'm a small streamer, you become VIP. The streamer becomes popular. People don't like me or jealous of being... Oh my god, you get bullied and leave. Honestly though, Con, like firstly, people are stupid for being jealous of your like VIP. Like you just like who cares, first of all. And secondly, that is completely the streamer's fault in my opinion. Like the streamers and the mods for not preventing or like banning the people bullying or talking to them or whatever. Like they kind of let that happen. But I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. That's crazy that it happened multiple times too. I think a lot of, I mean, we were talking about this yesterday. And like with like Asta and a few others, and it is like a lot. I think a lot of streamers feel uncomfortable being confrontational and like setting boundaries and like setting rules and stuff. So it can be hard, but I think it like negatively affects, like for example in this situation, not being able to confront the people breaking the rules, like cause someone else to get hurt, right? I think it's important, but it's hard. Like confrontation is hard, which I completely understand. Welcome in P. Hope you're doing well today. This place is super chill. Thank you. I keep everyone in line, you know? Like if someone started bullying you for some reason and like being stupid about it, like I'll just ban them. I feel like bullying is not tolerated at all. Like fun bullying, yes. But like serious bullying, no. Like as soon as someone is getting hurt, then it's crossing the line. Let's stream run Magikarp, the first Pokemon in the party. Oh yeah, true. When you use sunscreen in your own house. I do sometimes wear sunscreen in my house. Is that bad? Why does vaccinating annoy you? It was just like on Pokemon, people were trying to tell me exactly what to do every move, and then like vaccinating is one thing, but then like also people will be like, "Why did you use that? You're such an idiot." I'm like, bro, who asked? That's that people. There's people like that in Pokemon. I was like, bro, get over it. I was like, it's my first time playing Pokemon. I'm gonna make stupid mistakes. A few times the mods also were involved. That's terrible. That is awful. I'm sorry. Some people deserve to get bullied, especially me. I mean, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind if people are teasing me or making fun of me. As long as they aren't like being really serious about it. You're not trauma dumping, just sharing it. No. I completely. I asked you. Yeah. You're not trauma dumping at all. But yeah, that's. I honestly. I've never been in a community like that, but I can 100% see that happening. If I'm gonna bully a stat, it's for sharing delicious pictures of his bread and not sharing. True, that is worth bullying for, yeah. And welcome in Maestro, reading well today. When you're gonna start keeping the weaves alive, that this is an example of what I said. If you don't lay down the rules and set a strong boundary and enforce, like actually enforce the rules, even if it means banning people, they will multiply. You know, they will multiply, and you're gonna have a chat full of those people, and that's what's happened with the weebs. I didn't draw the line early enough, and now they've taken over. Why did you use that? Are you gonna use me tomorrow? True. But I'm inviting this bullying, so it's fine. Miji, why'd you make this dumb mistake the first time play? Exactly. And welcome in Ren. Why are you using Rocky Helmet? True. I don't know if I knew about Rocky Helmet at the start. I think someone told me about it at some point later on, or maybe I found it myself. I don't know. Don't remember how Rocky Helmet really started. Me and my friend bully each other, but if we ever saw a stranger getting bullied, we'd go up stand for them. That's how the military is. I don't know you're a military person. But yeah, that makes sense. I'm the same way. I'm also no, I'm not a military person, but I'm also like that because like people can make fun of me all they want, and like I get like lots of really terrible comments, right? Like as someone who's streaming online, like I get like a bunch of people that we have to like immediately ban in chat, and like that kind of stuff doesn't bother me, like people trolling or people like being really weird or like DMing me saying like I'll PayPal you this much money to like show your feed or like whatever, like that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I just kind of ignore it. But like I am 100% my mental like mindset, and I don't know, like my policy is just like I signed up for this, right? Like I am actively choosing to stream knowing knowing that I'm going to encounter this stuff, right? But like my stigma grind set is that I signed up for this. I am well aware that I'm putting myself in public, and that's what's going to happen because people are weird online. But the people who joined the community did not sign up for that, right? Like you guys just want to like hang out and like watch the stream, like you didn't sign up to have people like bully you or act weird towards you. So as soon as people are, like making others uncomfortable, that's drawing the line. Your sleeper read ready to activate when there's enough of us to take over. I'm ready to unleash the Ohio gozaimasu. No, do not. I cannot. Lighthearted joking is fine. Mean-spirited insults are not. Exactly. I think for me, I just draw the line at like, for me, I could take a lot of banter and lighthearted bullying, but it really depends on the person. If you do strike a nerve, then I think it's that is crossing the line. Even if you would be fine with that joke, if the other person isn't, then that's where I would draw the line. But our community I think our community, like I'm a big believer that like the community you have attracts like-minded people, right? So like I think people come in and they see the kind of vibe we have, and the people who vibe with the vibe. It's terrible. It's a terrible way of describing it. But you know what I mean. Like the people who align with the way we interact with each other and the jokes we make and stuff like that are more likely to stay. That's why you gotta make sure that the people there at the start, or not the start, but like the you have to make sure the people who are there are what you want in your community, you know? Like even if you have like one guy who's like acting weird to you or like ruining, you know, like just like is really off, like I think one, that's gonna scare away other people who are normal. And two, it's gonna, like, if other people are weird also and they come in and they see that, they're like, oh, this is a place where I can be weird as well. So it's like a cycle. So it's gonna be weirdos online. Absolutely, yeah. You can't really do anything about that. Guess I signed up for Miju bullying me for buying shirts to culture. No, you signed up by buying those shirts, Ratsy. You cannot have a shirt that says I'm working out for Unche or something. Like that is I don't know how to describe that. The brain rot got to her, yeah. It's distracting too. There's an interesting chat and it's over. What do you mean? What types of people do you have in mind? I think people who are respectful and don't mind a bit of fun banter. Like we kind of all tease each other, but we do it in a way, like in a playful way, right? I think that's generally our vibe here, if I had to say. We're not too like sappy. Like anytime someone is like super genuine, it's like whoa. We have our moments of that, but like it's like 99% of the time it's not like that. And we're also not yeah, it's wholesome but not too exactly. And we're pretty family friendly around here. I don't really like I think, you know, we don't make like super like vulgar jokes or anything like that. I keep coming back here because you have good chat interaction. Thank you. I mean, that's the main reason I stream. I mainly, like, when I first started, I was like gaming and I like doing challenge runs and stuff like that. But I continued streaming because I was like, oh, talking to chat is pretty fun. And I'm a yapper at heart. You guys know that. And welcome in, Monkey. Hope you're doing well. And welcome in, Ernie. How are you? You're playing on Minecraft Realm today, and somebody, hi girl, permissions. What? I think you made a typo, and I don't understand what it is. I don't know enough about Minecraft. But yeah, that's generally the vibe we have, and we have. I think it's important to have very strict rules and really enforce them, to keep the vibe, to keep the peace, you know. Not to be like super like, obviously I think some people go a bit too far with rules, but if that's what you want, that's what you want, you know. It's whatever. It's your house. You're good, big chillin' Saturday. Nice. I have a pretty busy Saturday actually. It's not big chillin', but that's okay. I can chill on stream, I guess. I'm just sitting here and yapping away. How's Spider Charlotte doing? Is Charlotte's the spider, right? Yeah, and then there's a pig. Currently, no spiders reside on your desk. What about spider webs? Maybe they just went for vacation and they're leaving their home unoccupied. The weather is big chilling. Yeah, I'm so happy about the weather. It was way too hot in my house. You saw another snake, but it ran away before you could take a picture. No, we need the snake picture as well as the spider pictures. And welcome in, Kimmy. Hope you're doing well today. Basically, someone in a Minecraft server had permissions. They were given by the owner. And the mod taken away were bullying me because they thought the plot I was building on was there. Oh, not the Minecraft drama. That's annoying. I'm sorry, man. There's a lot of drama. A lot of drama on the internet. It's tough out there. I don't know why people like I don't know why people just like whenever I'm honestly not a I'm not even saying like this as you know some people are like I hate drama but they're like really dramatic, you know? I I'm a big believer in just communicating. Okay, having a open conversation. I've gotten over my fear of confrontation, so I think that really helps. That's my one time. For some reason, I thought you said clean the weebs, but then you'd be cleaning up yourself. So I don't think that works. Just all the nasty creatures through the spotlight and cute pics. Yeah, spiders, snakes. I don't even know rats, whatever. Um, welcoming Kovaris. Ernie kept punching me. Ernie says, "Don't lie." I'm taking Ernie's side. I'm sorry. She didn't punch you. Um, and if you did get punched, I think you deserve to be punched. um, Charlotte's Web was canceled by Ernie. Oh no! Maybe the spider is like riding on the web. You know, you should check. I can't believe you're taking Kovaris' side in Zirconian. They kept trying to sabotage your Minecraft build, and they left a sign saying it was the last warning from them. Can't you just join a different server that's like less dramatic? they sound exhausting to deal with. I wouldn't even bother. I'm not like other girls. Oh no. Can't be like that. We support women here. He started it? Yeah, stop starting it, Kavaris. Just like me, just weaves, the spiders are gonna come back and forth. Weaves and webs are one and the same. It's hard to get good pics of rats. They're always surrounded by rubbish and run away quickly. You gotta get good at it. You gotta keep practice. We haven't had a single rat pic yet. Actually, have we? Didn't you post a rat pic of somewhere in Europe that wasn't Norway? Because the rest of Europe, I'm assuming, is filled with rats. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Europeans. I want to change your name to Spiderweave. That's part of the It's like the Spider-Verse, guys. There's like the pig one. There's like the Spider-Man Noir, and then there's Spiderweave. He's the last guy of the Spider-Verse. I'm pretty sure you saw a rat IRL. You would lose my mind. Yeah, that'd be kind of scary. I've only seen a rat IRL one time. No, 2 times. Once in the UK. Because, like I said, Europe is full of rats. The streamer was streaming on Twitch when the bullying went down, and she had to lecture the person on stream. And in the Minecraft chat for being, I mean, go that streamer. She stood up for it. That's good. But you know, if that person doesn't stop, she got to ban them. Also, it's so bright. Can you even see me? I can barely see you. Before I make the joke, do you know who Kajal is? Yes, he's a League of Legends streamer, and he has a team. He has an esports team. Just Spider-Man saying "Uwu" and wearing plushy backpack. Exactly. You know the Spider-Verse. Brown rats are called Norway rats, despite the fact that they're not native to Norway and they weren't even widespread here when they were named. The other countries trying to slander Norway. We all know Norway has no rats, except the Draconian. They're just trying to slander. It's because they already have rats named after every other country in Europe, so they had to call one Norway rat. That's probably what it is. We do have them. Thankfully. Okay, great. You saw a huge one. Is that what you took a picture of? I remember you posting a rat picture in Discord, but could not remember where the rat was. I'm glad you stood up for me because she literally turned the griefing option in settings off so nobody can sabotage other people's builds. The streamer doesn't tolerate bullying on their Minecraft round. That's good. That is a good example. That's what I'm saying. The streamer has to enforce the rules, and they have to make sure that the community stays an enjoyable place. Like they're responsible for the the community, you know? Because you know they're the only ones that can do that. So that's my philosophy, for all you aspiring or active streamers. You gotta you gotta grow a spine. You gotta put your foot down. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to enforce the rules sometimes, but you gotta, because it will negatively affect other people. I guess I'll get a shirt Miju approves of. It's just like a normal shirt. You know, like just one without a K-pop idol on it. Just like a normal shirt. You know, a lot of streamers need to hear that. I know you do. I know you do. Razzie want to get parasocial with Jack Black. Honestly, I could get behind that. I could get behind that. How about Jack? How about Ryan Reynolds? A Canadian icon, Ryan Reynolds. You're a wise Miju sense. Okay, fine. It's a compliment, so I'll let the weeb language slide. I'll let it slide for that, okay? Because I also think that I'm right. You know, I will take the ego boost for that I didn't need. Thank you. But it is true. It is true. As someone who I don't hang out, I did watch a fair amount of Twitch when I started streaming. I don't watch as much anymore because like I barely have time to stream, much less like follow other people's streams. But when I did, you definitely do see some patterns, right? Like I think it's really hard, especially being a small streamer. There's some people who have supported you since the start, or like some people who have been around a while, who are always watching your stream, and you know you appreciate them, like being there and like supporting your stream and watching and stuff like that and chatting. Especially if you don't have a lot of people who are doing that. But I think it negatively affects yourself and your community if you know don't put your foot down and really enforce the rules, or you know. And I understand it can be hard. It is really hard to ban people who have been around for a while. And even then I am sometimes too lenient, and like I give people too many chances. Like I talk to them and then they do more, and then you like keep giving them chances because you're like, oh, they've been here for so long. But eventually they ruin the vibe. Just get some Miji merch. I just want a hoodie with the big Mijug man on the back. I closed the merch site. It's been closed for a while. But it's pretty easy to set up actually. But I need permission. I need permission from the people who made the emos to sell merch, obviously, because it's like their art. You support Ryan Reynolds, just grab a bunch of Wrexham merch too. We just like the rat in Teenage Ninja Turtles. Master Splinter? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I never watched Teenage Ninja Turtles. You've totally been here since the start. When was that again? It was 2020. Who got banned? I mean, a lot of people get banned. Not usually, like only a handful of people who are actually like, you know, part of the community have gotten banned, but it's usually because they crossed a very strong line. But we ban a lot of people that are just like trolling, coming in, saying stuff, whatever. Most people who get banned only have posted a few messages, and they've all been terrible messages. Yeah, merge at some point. Yeah, at some point. She kind of keeps getting chances. True. You want me to wear Mita? Okay. Let me go grab that. No taxation without representation for level 3s. Okay. I will. I was gonna go to the bathroom first, and I will bring Mita when I come back. I don't want to scam you out of your Mita time by taking a Malumart break, you know? Okay. Enjoy the Malumart in the meantime. Give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. As Mita, of course. Okay, BRB. Okay, I'm back as Hu Tao, of course. Although the hat is very big, as you guys know, because it's meant to be worn with the wig. So this hat barely stays on, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. um, Last year subscriber and you're banned for filling your sink when washing dishes. Actually, I don't agree with. I wouldn't ban you for it, but like I don't agree with that. I think it's I rather just run the sink and let the wash it like that. But I usually use the dishwasher, so I don't know. Whatever extension I have to see what band people say when it happens live is a great one. There's a lot of very strange comments, yeah, that come through. It's usually just people trolling. um, you came for the games, but stayed for the hat. Of course, of course. You just hear hate watching. I know, I know. But you keep coming back, you know? So you don't really have an excuse at this point. You're here to be bullied. I'm glad you've accepted your role, Ratsu. Congrats. Looking stylish. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the hat is just really big. It's really hard to stay on because of the and like honestly, like when you wear it with the Hu wig, it looks like you know a stylish hat they wear. But then like in this, everyone keeps saying it looks like a pilgrim hat, and I'm like, you know, you're not even wrong. Like you're not even wrong. It kind of does, especially when you wear it like this. Because like her hat is like kind of like it's like you know she has really big hair, so it looks very different on the cosplay. Have you ever considered a point redemption for wigs? No, they're really hard to put on. Okay, they're not quick to put on. You have to tie your hair back, and then you have to put on like the hairnet, and then you have to put on the wig. And then when you take off the wig, your hair is like really messed up. It is not so simple. You made your one wardrobe for your K-pop storage spot. You made your one wardrobe your K-pop storage spot. Would you like to? You have too many K-pop shirts, Ratsi. Why did you buy more? Why? Why? And welcome in, Ricky. How are you? Just shave your head and then wigs are easy. I think yeah, probably. If you shave your head, I think because like the hard part is like keeping your hair flat underneath the wig, you know? Because sometimes it's like a little bit bumpy or something like that. There was a sale. You know what's cheaper than a sale? Not buying at all. That's what a lot of people fail to consider this. Just because something is on sale, like okay, if something's on sale from $50 to $30, yes, you save $20, but then you also save $30 by not buying it at all, not buying things you don't need, you know? Or stealing. I think it's a bit hard to steal from an online store. Also stealing is wrong, but like also it's hard to steal from an online store because it's very difficult to do that. It was an investment. Yeah, right. That is some girl math. Although I can't relate to the girl math because you know, not like other girls. I'm kidding. I don't really know how the girl math thing starts. Like, as a girl who's a math major, I'm like, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this. You know. But there was a lot of guys in my math class, and some of them were real weird. One has to major clearly doesn't. I was doing some real math. Like I've been like accounting. Like I've been straight up accounting this week. Okay, I've been doing calculations like on like compound interest and stuff like that. I was doing calculations on capital gains. I was like, oh my god, I was doing so many calculations this week. It was not a fun time. You know, like I was like, I put math in general behind me after I graduated. So that's it's it's a it's a it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun is what I'm saying. It was really boring. You crack me up. Thank you. Thank you. Someone has to laugh. Real weird, aka Japan. No. The comp sci kids are the Japan weaves, okay? And the math people are just weird. You quit math a long time ago. I mean, I quit math about 4 years ago. Did you contact tax enthusiasts stat? No, I didn't. But taxes in Alberta are probably different than taxes in BC. We have different. He has lower tax rates, which is great. I am happy for him. Can you be my investment advisor? No, I hate it. I don't like doing that stuff. Math professors are crazy too. Some of them. Some of them can be very eccentric people for sure. A lot of them are kind of chill, but some of them are very strange people. Like they're not like weird, but they're just like, I mean, they're weird, but like they're not like me. Some of them are maybe okay. Actually, no, they're all sorts of people. Some of them are mean, some of them are weird, but they're all math people, you know. Um, yeah, it's I definitely had as someone who was in two majors who are very male dominated. I met a lot of weird people, or weird people kept coming up to me and being weird, you know. And so I understand. Like I think the main barrier to entry to women in STEM is the men. As someone who's gone through it, you know. Um, on a spectrum from weird to mean. Honestly, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like some professors are just really strict. I think that's not really related to, not specific to math. You know, some people are just real strict. But yeah, it's a. What was your guys' school experience like? You guys know I developed a PTSD about weebs while going through school. I would people would try to befriend me, and then they would like say things in Japanese to me. Like they would like text weird Japanese phrases to me. That's what I was dealing with. And I was like, oh my god, to see this person and to see this person in class, like they're being really annoying. So yeah. One time someone bought me Starbucks. Like they bought me a drink. And I was like, and they brought it to me in class. Like, and then I was like, I can't drink this. I'm lactose intolerant. And then he got mad at me. He was like, why didn't you tell me that? I was like, you didn't even tell me that you were buying this for me. Like, why would you get mad about that? It was very weird. It was very, very strange. So yeah, don't buy people gifts and then get mad when they don't want them. Back in my year of business school, we had a sexist supply chain bit management teach. Ugh. Luckily, none of my teachers were openly sexist. I don't know if they were sexist behind the scenes, but definitely not openly sexist. Classic. I know. That's a classic guy thing, or not a guy thing, like a classic bad experience that people have. You know. Like when they do something for you and then they get mad when you don't like appreciate it or like reciprocate. You know, I feel like anyone can have that experience. But that's always a red flag if they get mad about it. Like if they're disappointed, that's okay, you know? But like if they're mad about it, then that's a red flag. Like if someone like let's say you're friends with someone and they like washed your car for you, okay? And then you were like, "Oh, I didn't actually want you to wash my car." And then they're like, and then they get mad at you for like doing something that you didn't ask for and then not appreciating it, you know? That's a classic. That sounds like a horrible college experience. Thank you. Thank you. I am full of horrible college experiences. I had some good college experiences too, but there was a lot of there's a lot of weirdos. A lot of weirdos. Um, at least ask the girl if she wants a drink first. Yeah, and like I wouldn't generally just accept her. I mean, obviously it's like a Starbucks, so I'm sure it's fine. But like, you don't even ask. Like what if I could have allergies? Like you don't even know this. Back when I was a bar regular, the bartenders would get me to go to the Starbucks across the street for them occasionally. Wow, you're very nice. Or they were taking advantage of you being nice. Um, you cleaned off my lucky grime. Yeah, you never. I mean, yeah. If you do something, that's the thing, right? Like, if you do something for someone out of the kindness of your heart, versus if you do something expecting something in return, you know, whether it's their gratitude or whether you like the person and you do something for them and then you expect them to reciprocate your feelings just because you put in so much effort. You know, that's a classic nice guy move that we do not support, you know? Just because you went through a lot of effort. Um, like, say you plan a really nice, like, you're gonna ask someone else, you plan a really elaborate date. You put a lot of money into it, and then they don't want to date you, you know? Like, being mad about that, very red flag. Very red flag. Because that would be very disappointing if a gift fell flat. I mean, yeah, it's understandable to be disappointed. Um, it's another thing to be upset that, because like that means if you're like mad, that means that you only did it to get something in return, and that's not a very nice thing to do. Um, Kovar, so then trust me to cut melons. So he's cutting melons for me. Melons are really hard to cut. That's so valid. Especially large, like if it's like a watermelon, like it's the first cut is very scary, you know, because like it's you have to cut through very far, and it's rolling around. I'll give permission. Uh, I'd give permission if you get permission. Yeah, not give permission. Even if she met TwitchCon, no, she loved the soda. And she told me what her favorite flavor was, and she thanked me for that. I mean, yeah, it's fine to like, it's fine to just like get gifts for people without asking them, but I would just don't get like if she was like, oh, actually, I can't accept a gift from. Oh my god, my hair. If she was like, oh, I can't accept gifts from strangers, I'm sorry. Like, you just be like, oh, that's too bad, you know, like, too bad, whatever. Versus like you being like, how dare you? I went through so much effort to get this for you, you know, like there's a difference. Yeah, but asking first is always good if you don't know them, especially. That kind of situation is so bad. Yeah, yeah. It's a very common situation, and it's a very understandable um thing that people can fall into, because like, like it's understandable to be like hopeful, or like, I think a lot of movies and stuff like that kind of give that impression that that kind of behavior is normal, which is not true. You have to really think about the other person's side of it. Um, One is being a nice guy, the other is acting as a nice guy. Yeah, capital N, capital G. You learn plenty of times to not expect anything in return. Luckily for friends, I'm usually up for doing things. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing things just to be nice to them and because you care about them, um, if it turns out that they didn't really care, they didn't really appreciate it, then it doesn't matter, because you were just doing them to hopefully make them happy. And you could be disappointed that it didn't make them happy or it didn't help them or whatever. Versus, yeah, I think it's just expectation is questionable. Um, he doesn't trust my knife skills. I have terrible knife skills as well. Melon seems like one of the riskier. Yeah, I agree. Um, no, I know the person. Like, we already built a friendship since last year. We got close since that day we met the first time. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, it's always a situation. There's a lot of situations like that. A lot of behavior in romantic comedies would be very odd in real life. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. A lot of behaviors in rom coms are very like call the police in real life. I encountered plenty of nice guys in your time. They're everywhere, man. They're unavoidable. They're so unavoidable. Within your D&D campaign, I've heard many women have very questionable D&D experiences that they ever play with strangers. I think it just attracts weird people as well. And welcome in, Mr. Bug. Hope you're doing well today. And welcome in, Gwen. Thanks for the 39 months. That's a long time. How are you, bestie? What's better, a fake nice guy or a real bad boy? I don't know. I just feel like nice guys is just like so. It's bad because like it's bad. I don't know what a bad boy means. Um, but if they're like up, I think it's better when someone is upfront. You know, like even if someone's like a bit of a playboy or something like that, if they're upfront with their intentions, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like if they're like if the guy just wants to mess around or whatever, as long as they're upfront about it, that's fine. Um, you know, because like people can make their own decisions, right? Like if you know the information, well, nice guy is more like they're like pretending that they're a virtuous person when they're not, right? And there's a lot of nice guys can turn very um like not necessarily dangerous, but sometimes or very aggressive when the tables turn. You haven't lived until you've endured a sermon filled with D&D references. A sermon, like at a church. Um, Kavar says he's into Chads. What does that mean? Like people named Chad. Yes, a church. A church sermon of D like what a D&D church. That's cool. That's cool. He shook his head. Not people named Chad. Not Chad from High School Musical. That's the only Chad I know. He's cool. Isn't that the guy who likes baking? That's a good guy. But yeah, so, well, oh, maybe the High School Musical guy. But yeah, so I could rant about nice guy behavior forever. I have a lot of feelings about this and negative emotions about this, which I think is same for a lot of people. But yeah, so I had a lot of weird experiences in university. What about the kid in season 2 of White Lotus? Yeah, he was a bit of a nice guy. He was absolutely a bit of a nice guy. I think part of it is that like people build up their expectations of the person they like in their head, and then some people will treat the other person as if they're just a love interest rather than a whole person, you know. And you know, it's not necessarily like that. Like it's not necessarily like they're doing it on purpose. Some people are, but I think it's just you know a way that people can think about it, or they think. I think when it gets really dangerous in terms of nice guys is um when they're like what's the right word, like they're very like presumptuous and they expect they feel like they're entitled to something, which is generally like they feel like they're entitled to a relationship or entitled to this person's interest or whatever, just because they're doing the right things, right? But they don't really take into account that the other person is a full human being that just might not like them, you know, like they just might not like you. That's just how it is. Just because you do the right thing, just because you're nice, doesn't mean that's how it works, you know. You're a bad boy. You're going random side quest, like trying to make a better tofu burger. Good luck. Good luck. Okay, okay. I'll put on the bunny hat. Sorry, I'm just kind of rearranging my desk here. What other experiences did you have? It's mainly just like, yeah, it's mainly just people being weird and saying strange Japanese phrases to me or continuing to pursue me when I'm definitely not interested. It's mainly stuff like that. I liked him at the start, then he reminded of me in high school and you hated him. That's very self-reflective or self-aware. That's very self-aware. I think we all go through that phase. Like not we all, but like I think we're all like when we're younger, especially we're like figuring things out. We don't really know how relationships work and I think that's fair enough. And if you grow out of it, you grow out of it. Like a lot of girls have not like other girls phase, you know? And you know, we look back and we're like, oh, that's cringe. Like that's very misogynistic, and we just didn't realize it. But you know, we all grow and we learn. We all grow and we learn. And the fact that you're aware of that now is a good thing. But yeah, I liked him at the start too. He seemed nice at the start, but yeah, and then as it goes on, the way he treats the girl when she's interested in him versus the way he treats her when she stops being interested in him is like a really big red flag. A truly nice guy will just be nice without expectation. Exactly, exactly. Being nice with the expectation that you will get something in return is not nice. That is not what being nice is. That is being like transactional. Like if you're like, I'm gonna hold open this door for this girl, just and you don't expect anything. That's being nice. But if you hold open the door for the girl and then you ask her out and you expect her to say yes because you held the door open, when it's like, and a lot of times, the people who are like being nice and expecting something in return, it's like that's like the bar. That's like literally the floor of like basic human respect, like being nice to others, you know? Like that doesn't get you anything. That's like expected of you in society. You know, that's another thing as well. It's like it's not really like a big achievement to be nice. Like that's kind of like that should be the default. I give Meejum more than the old $5 a month. Am I entitled to get bullied? Am I entitled to get bullied? Sure, yeah, sure. And now, what are you even saying, Radzi? Is there anyone who has figured it out? Figured out that I don't like them? I'm sure they figured it out eventually. I just stopped talking to them after the class ends. Did you ever wear silly hats in college class? I don't think so. I don't think I had my silly hats at the time. I didn't like that she chose the bad guy first, but that was 100% the right. I mean, he did kind of try to kill her, so I don't know if it was the right call, but he was at least very upfront with his intentions, which I think is why she liked him, right? Like, you know, I think she felt the bad vibes from that guy. I thought nobody was approaching anyone else anymore. I don't think that's necessarily true. I guess the other way around as well. You're nice by default to people and get things you didn't want. That's also that can also be a thing. I think a lot of people, the same people who don't realize being nice is like a basic human courtesy, think that people are flirting with them when you're just being nice. You know, it's like that's another thing. They don't understand. They don't understand that being nice is like normal. You know. One thing about kindness, a lot of people who talk about being nice people are kind of the worst, most toxic people. I think if you're genuinely a good person, you don't have to say it. Like the people, like the reason why we have like the nice guy phrase, like the people who say I'm a nice guy are not generally nice guys. Because like why you don't have to prove it if you're actually just a nice guy. You know, like if you have to say it, then you know, then you're probably like trying to prove something. You know, that is not true. Me wearing the bunny hat in class would have been a death sentence. I think people would just thought it was weird. I don't know. I don't think it would. It's the weebs would care. Like I think they'd just be like, what a weird person. I see this in person IRL and online with fandom BS. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We were just talking earlier about how online communities can be really toxic. Like on Twitch and apparently on Minecraft too. You silly hat party at your house in college. I would have fit right in. You're flirting with me. No, I'm nice. I know. Some people have a different bar, you know. But to be fair, it can be hard to tell with it can be hard to tell with flirting, you know. It's understandable. Like some people flirt in different ways. Kovar doesn't know when people are flirting with them, so that's a whole other issue. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. he managed to figure it out with you or whatever. I guarantee I've mistaken someone flirting with me for being nice, considering I've done the opposite. I mean, it can be hard. It can be hard. it's like it's totally understandable to make that mistake and be like, if you get the wrong idea, you get the wrong idea. As long it's all in how you handle the misunderstanding. Like if you think someone's flirting with you and then you ask them out and they're like, oh, actually, sorry, I was not flirting with you, and you're like, oh, sorry, my bad, like whatever, that's green flag. That's okay. You're allowed to have misunderstandings. You're allowed to misread people's intentions. We can't read minds, right? But if you react like you shouldn't have said those, you shouldn't have touched my arm, you shouldn't have said nice things to me, you're leading me on, you know, whatever. You can imagine the things that people might say. If you say that, obviously, red flag. Red flag. You just tell women, I can tell women are obviously flirting with them. I guess he doesn't need to know anymore. Maybe it's a nice ego boost, though. If he likes it. She's so quirky. You know, that's me. So quirky. Not like other girls, you know? Yeah, it still happens. That's okay. That's okay. I don't go outside enough for people to try and flirt with me. And if they do, I'm very unapproachable about it. Not to brag, but I'm like super unapproachable about it. This is all new information to me. I don't know what other people do. I mean, that's good if you've never been on the receiving or giving end of these situations. It's probably it's not, you're not missing out. You're not missing out. And I'm like, maybe drop the hint that you're married. I mean, he has a ring on, no? Outside is full of weebs. That's true. That's true. There's a lot of weebs out there. Not like other guys. Not nice guy syndrome. Yeah. Not like other girls. Pick me behavior. Exactly. Exactly. There's a lot of that going on. Yeah. It's there's a lot. And I hope most people like grow out of it. A lot of people grow out of it, and yeah, but some people don't. Some people definitely don't, and that they need to reflect on themselves and work on themselves. But most people or who are like that are not self-aware. You know, they don't realize anything's wrong. They think that's how you become an incel. You think the world is wrong, you know? Like you're like, you don't reflect on yourself and be like, what am I doing that's wrong? They're like, no, women are the problem. That's when you go down the rabbit hole. You got to be careful. The girl is still flirting with him is ridiculous. He wears wedding ring and he talks about me as much as I talk about him. Yeah, maybe it's maybe they're homeworkers. Maybe they're just, or maybe they just like to flirt, you know? I don't think necessarily, I think flirting doesn't necessarily mean they're interested in pursuing anything, you know? Sometimes you just flirt for fun. And I think that's valid too. As long as no one's getting the wrong idea, yeah. And I think a lot of times, I think we were talking about this other day. Like someone was saying like, oh, sometimes men get more attention when they're married. Like I think some people said some men get more attention when they're married, but I think part of it could be that like the women feel more comfortable around a married man, right? Because they know that he's like vetted by another woman, so he's not like a creep or like hopefully like chances are he's not a creep or like a misogynist or anything like that, you know? So maybe they feel more comfortable around him, let down the guard a bit, and like feel can be more friendly without, because I guess that's another thing. Like sometimes as a woman, like you just feel like you're worried about being too nice to someone because they might mistake it as flirting, right? So it's like that could be a thing as well. Me not getting matches online. Clearly, women are the problem. Could it be my profile or anything else? It's tough out there, man. But you gotta keep your, you know, you gotta not be misogynistic. But it's not that hard, so luckily you'll be fine. But yeah, there are genuinely people like that, right? Like there are incels out there who like will do online dating and not get matches, and then come to the conclusion that it's women that are the issue, you know? They're like, and then they start thinking like, oh, all women are shallow, all women only want these things, you know, whatever. But online dating is like brain rotting, so that I can see that happening. I don't necessarily, I think it's bad, but I can see why it happens with online dating. You also have the case where it's like, I can't, I'm married. Me too, I'm happily married. Oh. Do you actually have that happen? I mean, there's always gonna be people who don't care, you know? Like sometimes people talk about cheating as if it's like really normal. And I'm like, is it? I don't think it is. Like, maybe for you. Um, if he's married, he's not feral. Exactly, exactly. So you feel more comfortable around someone. Um, you actually love your spouse, and they're like, no way. That's how it works. I think I'm gonna pretend to be married. I never considered that. Thanks for the idea. I mean, if you want to make women feel comfortable around you, I guess it could work. I don't really recommend lying. But secondly, yeah, if you want to have like an actual relationship, do you really want to filter out by only the home records? I don't think you do. That's probably a terrible idea. Yeah, good job, Ratsy. You really don't want to filter set your filter to only people who are willing to cheat. Which is, and I'm a big believer in the fact that like, say you like get in a relationship with someone who's in a relationship with someone else, right? Like you are the homewrecker, okay? That person will probably cheat on you because they don't see a problem with cheating. Like they cheated. Why would you want a relationship with someone who cheated? Because like they clearly have different maybe you think cheating is okay too. I don't know. In that case, I guess you belong together. Um, there's a mistake. That's a mistake. Speaking of cheating, did you see the Coldplay concert drama? I did see that. That was really funny, honestly. I mean, it's not funny that he destroyed his family, but like, they were really stupid about it. Like the people who cheat, but like are really bad at it. I'm like, come on, guys. Like some people cheat and they're like really stupid about it. It's like, honestly, I would just be disappointed if my spouse cheated on me, but they were like that bad at it, you know? Like I'm gonna be like, really? Are you this? Did I marry an idiot? Like, no. But I guess it would be easier to move on because you're like, I married an idiot. Time for a divorce, you know? But if you guys didn't see, there was like a Coldplay concert, and there's like a kiss cam or something like that, and this couple showed up on the kiss cam, and they like dived out of there, like they left the frame, like they were hiding, and then so like everyone was like, that's weird, like why would they do that? Like that is maybe they're really shy, but like that's a bit of a extreme reaction. So then obviously the internet does what it does, and they were digging. Turns out the guy was a CEO, and that woman was his like she was also like high up in the company, like the some other person, but not his wife. She was not his wife, and they all figured that out, and he got exposed for cheating because he didn't just play it cool, you know? The right thing to do would have been just to the even better, the HR director dating the CEO. Very very HR compliant, surely. But yeah, it's not like I don't condone cheating and hiding it, but like if you were gonna cheat and hide it, you should just play it cool. No one knows who you are. You're some random CEO. Like if you just kissed, no one would have dug into it, you know? The only reason they dug into it because they acted real weird. But I mean, I guess it's good they didn't because like they deserve to get outed. But like, come on, come on, they're an idiot. They're idiots together. Um, he was just giving her the Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, she was just choking to death. He's like, oh my gosh, like I was just saving someone. I went to the cold. Don't worry, wife. I went to the Coldplay concert alone, and then this woman was choking on, like she was eating some popcorn at the Coldplay concert. She was choking. And then I didn't want you to get the wrong idea, so I was hiding. Like, maybe that will work. So I'm hearing that he received divorce, and you love this. What I'm saying. He also filed for child support. Did he get the kids? I mean, surely he won't get child support if he's a CEO, unless his wife is even richer. Like, if his wife is even richer, like maybe. This woman who you're never gonna believe it turned out to be the HR. I just ran into, or maybe it was a work event. It was a work event. We went to the Coldplay concert as a work event, and yeah, I just happened to see her, and she was choking. I thought it was a hide and seek game. I mean, I don't know if that's not a good line for the cheating part. No one would actually go to a Coldplay concert alone under their own free will. Is Coldplay concert that bad? I don't know. I've never been. I don't know that many Coldplay concerts. What did they play? Viva La Vida? At the concert? Yeah, it's a whenever like those cheating scandals come out, like for example, like the Try Guys cheating scandal, so they get so blatant about it, like Ned and the girl he was cheating with, they went to a Harry Styles concert. I was like, if you're cheating and you're like a public figure, I mean, the CEO is whatever. Like no one knows what the CEO looks like. But like, wouldn't you keep a low profile? Like I don't know. Why are you in a concert? Like you're cheating on your spouse. Like you're at a concert. Like I guess they've been cheating for so long. They're like really comfortable with it, and they like start like not being as careful. I don't know. I don't know how cheating works. I've never been part of the situation. But I'm assuming that's how it goes. That's why they end up at the concert. If you just order takeout and stayed at home, then you wouldn't have been in this situation. I don't know. Could have been Nickelback. But then no one would have I don't know enough about this. I can't make any Nickelback jokes. I don't know enough about this. But yeah. If he's a CEO, hopefully his wife gets half his stuff in the divorce and he gets what he deserves. I don't know how it works. I don't know how divorce works either. I've never been divorced. I'm assuming that's how it works. If he's a CEO, he must be rich, unless the company is really small. CEOs always get like, like millions of dollars, It's like probably works out. They make way too much money, man. To be the second best investor right behind Bezos' wife. True. I don't even really sympathize with non-cheating CEOs. True. This is just a slam dunk. Yeah, I don't really care. When I play Sims, you really enjoy cheating on your wife? Usually with the maid. There's a maid? I don't think there's a maid in The Sims. Can you hire? I guess you could. You gotta cheat on your wife with the Grim Reaper or Santa Claus. If you're gonna cheat in the Sims, don't go like a conventional route. It's The Sims. What if the maid? You don't know, Jimmy. What if the maid has a twin? But you're already being very deceitful, so maybe them being a twin is like a bonus. Like they'll be like better about lying. Could work out. Having a maid would actually be so nice. I know a lot of people really recommend having someone come and clean your house like once every 2 weeks or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, obviously right now I have no need for that because my apartment is very tiny. It takes like 10 minutes to clean it. But like if you had a bigger house, like I could get behind that, You want a middle-aged British butler? What does a butler do that does a butler clean? I don't think butlers clean, right? What do they do? Do they just bring you stuff? Do they bring you like your meal? Is that what butlers do? I have no idea. Or they drive? No, that's a driver. Honestly, personally, my order of priority of like in like whatever like people that you hire to help you with stuff. One, driver. I hate driving. Two, um maybe a maid and that's maybe a housekeeper, something like that. Yeah, chauffeur would be my number one personally. I'm on a driving enjoyer. And then you don't have to worry about parking. Like they could just like leave and come back, you know? Number two would probably be yeah, like a housekeeper. Three would probably be a chef. Maybe chef two or three. I'm not that good at cooking. If the chef, like for me though, the chef would have to be Japanese. I'm like, please cook me Japanese food. That would be ideal. If they only cook me white people food, I wouldn't like that. Butlers open doors, serve food, and give Batman advice on crime fighting. Okay, I could get behind that. I really suck at opening doors. Some doors are real heavy. Butlers can serve many different tasks from driving to managing the estate. Okay. Okay. I would personally like a chauffeur. Do you have to buy the chauffeur a car? Or like do they have their own car? Now chef is number one for me so you can get yummy healthy food. I mean chef would be good, but chef also seems the most expensive, right? Surely the chef is the most expensive one. Like housekeeping is probably pretty cheap. Driver is probably quite expensive. Chef must be really expensive. That's what I imagine. Miju can't be Batman? Why not? Cause I like killing. No, I'm kidding. I don't like killing. You don't want your personal chef to serve you mac and cheese and boiled cod. What is boiled cod? That's terrible. And meatloaf. Oh no. The chauffeur drives your car. Oh, well, I already have a car. He can just drive my car. Great. Or she. Girls can be chauffeurs too. But if I can afford a chef, I'd assume you'll be traveling on world tours. Ooh, okay, so this is like you're a CEO or divorce the CEO situation. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. Here's the idea: marry a CEO and then divorce them. Make sure there's no prenup. Chef doesn't need to be around all the time. Can just prep a meal a couple times a week and piece. Oh yeah, maybe it wouldn't be that expensive. I don't know how much this stuff costs. How much does it cost? I don't know. Maybe I should invest in this. Butlers are old white men only, I imagine. I think so. I can't imagine like a young Asian woman butler. You know, like I couldn't imagine myself being a butler. Like we wouldn't put up with that. Totally not what I was thinking. No, divorcing a CEO. You always talk about winning the lottery. I think you're on the lottery train. I'm on divorce a CEO train. Did you get a chauffeur good enough to handle your Kia Soul? It's a Hyundai. It's a Hyundai. It's not a Kia. Get it right. But yeah, I'll have to see. They have to be very advanced driver, you know. Was it Miju's mom the butler when Miju lived at home? No, she doesn't do that for me. She doesn't serve me. I mean, I guess she does make dinner, but that's kind of like a parent thing. I don't think that's necessarily a butler specific thing. She did not give me advice on crime fighting, if you have to ask. Yeah, it's I'll have to consider which things I want to have. I mean, chef does sound nice, but I feel like being able to cook for yourself is an important skill. Someone say chef? Yeah, we've been calling you this whole time. You haven't you haven't answered us. You gotta get good. You gotta start cooking all these nice meals for Ernie. Or hire a chef. One of the two. Whichever one works. We're trying to figure out how much a chef costs. Because I always wonder, how much are these? Are you cutting melons for just like a chef would? Let's go. I mean, preparing fruit is a good chef thing to do. Although if you hired a personal chef, then I don't know. Yeah, it's I'm not that good at I wouldn't get a like a fruit that I had to cut like that. That's is scary. I can't cut stuff like avocados. Although I learned recently, you can peel the avocado um skin off. You don't have to like cut it with a knife, which I've learned. Cause I can't do that. I can't cut the skin. You know, some people do like the apple and they cut the skin all the way off the apple. I cannot do that. My knife skills are nowhere near that level. I'm just like I'm just like really close to cutting off my hands all the time. As her do many things, but I know well enough not to let her use a knife long term. One time, one time, in high school, they let us do like a cooking class in high school, and it was a sushi class. Okay, we were at a sushi restaurant, and then he was like, "You gotta cut the roll, right?" So then we got the rolls, and we were just like cutting the rolls as you would cut a sushi roll. And the guy took the knife away from me. He was like, "No." He was like, "Oh my god, stop! Like, stop! Don't do it. You're gonna cut off your hands." I was like, "I'm fine, bro. Like, I'm fine. I know how to use a knife." And I guess the way I use a knife just looks really dangerous. Like, I don't even know. But apparently, like I've only cut my hands like a couple times, on a knife, and apparently the way I use the knife seems really dangerous. But honestly, it seems fine. But one time I cut my hand really bad on a. The worst one is like the bread knife, the serrated knife. If you ever cut your hands on that, it is really it can be a really nasty wound. Um, Use a spoon on the avocado. Maybe your avocados aren't quite ripe. Oh my god, the other day we're trying to eat poke bowls and the avocados were not ripe at all. And when the avocados aren't ripe, they're just like they taste like nothing. Like they're just like kind of hard and they taste like nothing. So I learned what a non-ripe avocado tastes like. Miju isn't trusted either. Apparently not by the sushi chef. That guy didn't trust me. She'll cut stuff, hold the knife, reach under it with stuff in her right hand to put on the left side of the cutting board. Well, as long as she's not lowering the knife. But really, yeah, you should put the knife down before you do stuff like that. I think for me, it's like, you're supposed to like hold the stuff like this so your fingers don't get cut off. I don't do that. My thumb is always here, and multiple times I've cut my nail. Have you guys ever done that? When you're cutting something and you cut the nail and you're like, oh my god, if it didn't hit my nail, it would have cut my hand. You know? I'm always cutting parts of my nail. So that's normal, right? But that's why your nail's there, to protect your hands from getting cut by a knife. He makes it sound so much worse than it is. Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad as long as you're in control of your own knife and no one's gonna bump into you. I mean, honestly, Ernie, you're a grown woman. I'm sure you can cut stuff with a knife. But melons are a bit scary, to be fair. There's a lot of accident potential with a melon. Always cut toward yourself and use a slashing. Exactly. You've had the knife bite into your nail a few times. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. It happens, right? And it's like, oh, thank God my nail was there, But sometimes it can really slice your nail open. You're like, oh. If you cut yourself, you need to mess up bad enough for the sweet relief from your mortal coil. Oh no, it's all or nothing. Either really, you don't want to deal with a really small cut. You should just die. Like, that's the way. Honestly, though, like the cut I had from the serrated bread knife was pretty rough. Like, honestly, I mean, it's not like I want to die rough, but like, it is pretty painful. It is pretty painful. Like, I don't do any risky maneuvers with the knife. I don't try to cut off the skin. I don't eat mangoes because I can't cut off the skin. And even though I love mangoes, I would love to be able to eat them, but I cannot cut off the skin. I can't figure that out. So I don't bother with that. I just avoid. I just generally avoid things where I have to do like a risky cut. Like I don't know how to cut a pineapple. Like I won't even try. Like I'll just buy the pineapple pre-cut, you know? Slicing bread can be very dangerous. Yes, I actually agree. Have you ever cut a baguette? But and like it's really dangerous until you get the knife in, you know? Cuz like it's so hard at the top that it might just slip. That's how I cut my hand, by cutting bread with the bread knife. Um Your parents think it's weird how you cut apples? How do you cut apples? It might be very hard to describe over chat, but we can see. You never slice bread. We have a bread slicing machine in every supermarket here. We don't always have it in the supermarket. But sometimes you don't want to cut. You don't want it pre-cut. You know, like a baguette. You don't want that pre-cut. It's gonna go stale, right? Like you want to cut it off as you're eating it. Cutting the rind off of watermelon generally safe. Cutting the rind off this other melon was less than ideal. When the rind is so soft is when you goof. Yeah, but where do you hold the rind to cut it? Because like for me, I have a triangle. This is a triangle. I I hold the edge of the rind and I cut like this. Like this. I put it straight up. Because like if you put it down like this, where there's the rind, like you're gonna eat it like this. If you cut it like this, the knife is too close to your hand, you know? And then like you're cutting like this, like are you cutting away from yourself? You have to cut away from yourself. Like I don't know. I feel uneasy about this watermelon. Not in a way that could possibly cut myself. Okay. Well, I guess that's good. That's safe. You never seen a bread slicing machine? You never been to a bakery, man? We have those in the bakery. They always ask, "Do you want the bread sliced?" Um, Usually hold the bread in one hand while I slice with the other. It would be hard to do it both with one hand, yeah. A triangle, start from the corner and then held the corner and then drag. Yeah, that seems like the right way to do it. That seems like the right way to do it. I would also do it in that way. But I've never had a melon with a soft rind. I think yeah, that would be quite dangerous because um you know, that's the scary thing about avocados cuz like it's so soft that the knife can just slip right through and stab you, you know? But with the watermelon, at least there's like a layer of protection, you know? Guys, cut your baguette first. You don't just eat. You just bite into it. Isn't it so hard to bite? I would bite a baguette, but the crust is so hard. You know, you must have really strong teeth. Although I did get told to have very strong jaw muscles, so maybe, so maybe that's good. Cause they were talking about like a night guard. Like they were like, oh, like maybe you should get a night guard. I was like, I don't want a night guard, but they're like, oh, but you can't have a night guard because you were a retainer. And I was like, oh, good, great, thanks. So it's like, yeah, maybe, yeah, it's from all the yapping, apparently. I think it's not good though, because I have a lot of jaw tension when I sing, and that's not ideal. We do a lot of jaw massages and stuff like that. Very important. But yeah, what am I trying to say? They said I can't wear a night guard, and yeah, I think that was it. And then I have to I have to go back and get some. Yeah, I think I think it was mainly the braces. The braces just really messed up my mouth. Like I have straight teeth now, yes, but it kind of messed up the rest of my mouth, you know, which is fair enough. Avocados are one of the most dangerous fruits or vegetables. Maybe anything. I feel like pineapple is more dangerous. Pretty spiky. Or like a watermelon. Like if you threw a watermelon at someone, that'd be pretty tough. Just sing in your car. Kavars has a great singing. Can we hear it? I want to hear that. What does he like to sing? You're convinced that the dentist night guard pitch is a scam. Yeah, sometimes I think my dentist is scamming me. I go to a dentist, it's like technically a cosmetic dentist. So then they're always like saying stuff. They're always like, oh, like, you should get this procedure done. Um, they're like, oh, like, they told me like I should get Botox. I was like, what? Like, chill, okay. I usually just ignore them. But if you're like kind of insecure, um, if you're kind of insecure, then don't go to a cosmetic dentist. They will start recommending you procedures. You know, they'll be like, oh, like you should shave down this tooth, or like you should like fill in this tiny little gap here, or you should like get Botox in your jaw or whatever. Like I don't know. Apparently, getting Botox in your jaw helps with your jaw clenching, which I guess is cool, but I don't really want that. I'll just stop clenching my jaw, I guess. It's hard. It's hard. Like indie music and such. Ooh, okay, okay. Why would you throw a watermelon? You said it could like the most dangerous weapon. I'm just saying a lot of fruits and vegetables could be used as a weapon. Um, you should get the SM Jaw cosmetic dentist. I'm very curious as well. Like, does getting the SM Jaw, does getting the SM Jaw affect your singing? Because like if your jaw muscle can no longer attach to the bone, does it affect your singing? But Wendy sounds fine, and she has a shaved jaw as well. So I guess it's fine. I guess not. But I always thought like getting some sorts of Botox and filler might affect your singing. Because like if your muscles are frozen like that, then maybe. Sometimes you need to get someone's attention. All you got is what if someone breaks into your house and all you got is watermelon? You should just go. You just throw them. Used to be much better at singing, did choir, and was in a musical school, could sight read music really well. This is no longer the case. What musical were you in? Let me guess. What musicals do they do in school? Grease? Grease is one. Maybe like a Disney one. You'll never guess. Can I have a hint? What do people do in school? What's a school musical? I think Hamilton was before, Kovacs was before Hamilton. I don't think Hamilton existed when he was in high school. No offense. Oh yeah, we have to think about the time frame. Beauty and the Beast? Okay, it's a Midwestern high school. Okay? So it's not like Lion King, okay? There's probably too many white people. How am I gonna guess? Hairspray? But it was not the Book of Mormon. You would not do that in high school, bro. As someone who's seen the Book of Mormon twice now, it is definitely not for high school. Also, it'd be very hard for high school students to sing. Like, who's gonna be Elder Price? Like that's tough. Midwestern must have been a Fargo. What's a Fargo musical? I think I'm gonna guess. No, Hairspray. You need it. Or Hairspray. You can't have that many white people as well. Okay. Let's think. West Side Story. No? The most popular song from it is Luck Be a Lady. Oh, it's one of those older ones, isn't it? I don't know anymore. Grease? I already guessed Grease. Also, although Grease is a weird one. Because, like, technically they are in high school, but it's like, it's a bit of a, I feel like it's a weird one for high school to do. I think they do it. Guys and Dolls. Okay, yeah, I would have never guessed that. That's not my style of musicals. I'm kind of a musical zoomer, if I say so myself. Although I do love Les Mis and Phantom. But that's the only one. That's the only older ones I follow. I was doing Phantom. I was doing Phantom in my singing class. My singing lesson. You'd have really liked to do The Music Man. Nice. I didn't know you were a theater kid. I had no idea. Amanda Seyfried in Les Mis was amazing. No one in Les Mis was amazing, man. They botched it. You mean the movie? Me just waiting for Marvel to start doing musical. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. Phantom is good. You saw it as a boy. I saw it as a girl. I saw it when I was like 17. Loved it. Although I found out that the high note at the end, it's always lip synced. It's like the one lip sync note on Broadway. I was like, that's understandable, I guess. You don't want to sing that every day. Have a picture of him from on your fridge you got from your parents' house. Aw. The songs will never leave your head. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't think my high school was big enough to have a musical. But if they did, I would have loved to be in it. Although, as much as I love singing, I was not that good at singing back then. And two, I'm still a really terrible actor. Like back then and still now. Really terrible actor. But it doesn't work out. Ernie and I are also going to see Phantom on your birthday this year. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Don't ignore the part about what I said about the high note being lip synced. Just enjoy, pretend she's singing it live. Enjoy it. But fun fact. I was singing "Think of Me" on my singing lesson. That's the only one I can sing because girl Christine has the craziest vocal range. Like, I'm a soprano. The high parts, great. Love them. But she sings so low in the main theme. Like, you know, just like it's like really low. I'm like, why? What is this girl's vocal range? If you sing high, please don't also sing low. I can't do it. You've never seen it live. You've only seen it once. Yeah, I've only seen it once too. I like a fair amount of musicals do come to Vancouver though, which is nice. Like the touring musicals. Although I've gone to the UK a couple times now, and I go to the West End if I can stop by in London, and London's very cool. And the part was written for her. Yeah, her vocal range is insane. Cause I'm like, I'm a soprano too, and it's like it's low. It is quite low. I think that's her name, Sarah Brightman. That does sound right. I know as a Korean feels when we talk K-pop. Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, it's there's a lot of good musical theater out there, you know. I'm a big fan. And like I feel like the level of talent on Broadway is like insane. Cause like we always talk about like K-pop idols and they're singing and dancing. And I'm like, you know, the people on Broadway are singing and dancing, and they sing the average level of talent is just like unfathomable. You know, like for them being like, because people are like, oh, you can't sing and dance at the same time, but they do. Was a Phantom on the weave spectrum? I don't think it's anything related to weaves yet. I don't see how that would be related at all. Although the Phantom story is like nonsensical. I don't really know what's going on with that. It's like really weird. But we're just here for the singing, okay? We're just here for the singing and for like the cheesiness and the spectacle of it, you know? And to be fair, musicals never have like a really strong story, you know? Like it's the music comes first and the plot is kind of like loosely around it. He's ugly, so he's a sad boy and he wants love. That's true. It's tough out there. Is a Phantom a nice guy? I mean, he's more than that. He's like a kidnapper. He kidnapped a minor. Isn't she a minor? He kidnaps a minor and then like makes her sing for him or something. You know, like a bit weird. And he like lives in like the basement or like the sewers of the opera house. Like I think it's going beyond a nice guy and straight into like serial killer territory. Yeah, I've been for red flag. And he has a weird creepy bed in the base, like in the sewer. Like I don't know. I don't know about that. You just hear this officially ends with kidnap. That's the pinnacle of weeb. It's when you kidnap your waifu. You can't kidnap a waifu. I guess that's a good thing. I guess the one good thing about being a high level weeb is that as long as your infatuation is with the fictional person, then there's no harm done, you know? But then like, um if it's a real person, then it's like I guess there's also like the VTubers and the idols and stuff like that. That's where you run into issues, but that's okay. That's a different thing. As long as it's just a fictional character, no one's getting hurt. We're all good, you know? Um Welcome in law. You take one waifu and two more, we'll just take its place. There are a lot of them. It's rough out there. I keep getting these gotcha game ads with like the most questionable characters. Like there's like this. Yeah, I keep getting it completely fan service characters, and I'm like, YouTube, you really think I like this? Like I know Genshin's designs have been getting more and more bait, like waifu bait. Very fan servicey. I know, but like I started playing it before it was too much like that. Okay, like please leave me alone. Do not give me these ads. It's but yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that. I've seen more waifus than I want to at this point because like the ads just don't stop. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm hoping YouTube will get the right idea eventually because I'm playing Genshin as a serious gamer, okay? I'm like try-harding it. I'm sweating in Genshin, okay? I'm optimizing my character builds. Like I'm playing now as a combat gamer. They start playing Pretty Derby. I don't even know what that is. Is that the horse one? Do you watch TFT videos? Of course you do. I stopped watching TFT videos because I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. They're like, oh, you want to do Fast 8 reroll? And I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Welcome in, Joel. Is that a chunk of butter? No, it's an egg. It's an egg. His name is Gudetama. For some reason, I keep getting YouTube ads for conservative groups, even though I click on the three dots and click stop seeing these ads. Yeah, those just show up. I don't know. I think they just like pay a lot of money, so they like always show up to everyone. Because I get those ads as well. For a while, I kept getting Matt Walsh ads, like constantly. Like I would just be like chilling. I'd be like, time to sleep. I'm gonna listen to this video. And then Matt Walsh, Matt Walsh just shows up. I'm like, please leave. Or like it would be an ad for like a Daily Wire movie. Did you know they make movies now? They made a movie. I watched I think it was like a Pinely video or maybe Curtis Connor video about it. They make a video about it was like a pandemic, but they're trying to get rid of Christian people or something. Like it was so weird. It was like they made Christianity illegal or something like that, and then they were like it was like they were like underground being Christian. Like I don't know. I was like, what a weird movie. Why would you make this? It was like COVID related. I don't even know I don't know how it was related, but yeah, there was COVID as well. Next to the broken couch. Yeah, but next to the broken couch. I get real weird ads. Like what? I get so many. I remember telling you guys about this ad. I remember telling you guys about this ad that this woman was advertising a psychic, and she kept saying, "I kept dating married men, and I couldn't stop." And then the psychic helped me, and I was like, "What?" I'm sorry. Why are you advertising your psychic like that? That's so weird. Ernie has developed quite the good atomic collection. Let's go, Ernie. But they're all small. You gotta get her the big one. Kovaris, what are you doing? She deserves it. Also, a time where I got ads where Mark Wahlberg would ask people to pray. Mark Wahlberg? What? Is he the guy from The Martian? It's a Curtis Connor video. It's a good, yeah. It's a funny one. I love Curtis Connor. I've been getting Curtis Connor ads actually. He's touring. He's touring Canada. But that's not a bad ad. I don't mind if Curtis Connor comes on in my ads. I heard about that movie. It's a German one whose writer married a 17. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes! She was 17. I remember that now. They had like wedding photos. And he was like, she was like, oh, they've been, she was like, oh, we've been together for like this many years, but she's a teenager. And you're like, wait, okay, so you've been together for 1 year or like 2 years or whatever. And you're like, wait, let's do the math on this. Hold on. Very questionable. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I watched that video ages ago. Don't even want the big one. Yeah, you deserve it. Come on. I'll buy it for you, Ernie. I don't know where you buy these, but I'll find it. Mark Wahlberg is a bad one. Matt Damon is a Martian. Oh, who's Mark Wahlberg? There's too many Marks, man. Mark. Okay, maybe there's only 2 Marks. Maybe there's only 2. I'm sorry. But there's a lot of Chris's. There's a lot of Chris's. She has 2 4-foot penguins. Over 1 meter. She needs more. Another one I get for audiobooks that are clearly AI. Yes, I hate the AI ads. It's so annoying too. I'm landing on a giant oogie boogie squishmallow. What does that mean? I'm sorry, I'm not well versed in squishmallows. Oogie boogie. Who is Oogie boogie? I only know Sanrio. I'm sorry, I'm a big Sanrio fan. Right now, I'm really into Cinema Roll. Love Cinema Roll. So cute. It's from Nightmare Before. Oh, which guy is that? I only know Jack Skellington. You know that guy. The bad guy. Okay, I have not watched Nightmare Before Christmas in like 15 years, so I clearly don't know this. AJ isn't into. I've watched it, I'm sure, but I watched it probably a long time ago. I didn't follow. I didn't keep up with it. Cause like it's a Christmas movie, right? Not a Halloween movie. I'm not sure. I mean, the only movie I'm watching this Christmas is the Daily Wire What If Christianity Was Outlawed movie. Like, we all gotta watch that. No, I could not sit through that. So Ernie resonated with them. He likes spiders. True. Although Kovars, it's your home too, so you're also kind of responsible here. I don't think you have a leg to stand on unless your side of the basement is like impeccable, you know, which I doubt. Ernie's got to take a picture of his desk and see how dirty it is. It is not. See, I knew it. I'm always gonna take Ernie's side. This is a hostile environment for you. But you can go to Zirconian's stream tomorrow, and he will take your side probably. But this is I'm pro women. I will always take the women's side unless they're really bad. I don't know. Maybe some girl's gonna come in here and be like, I murdered a bunch of people, and I'm like, it's like, you go, girl. No, like I don't think we can stand by that. You have a 32-inch curved monitor, and how dusty is it? How much dust is on your 32-inch curved monitor? Not fair. Oh, okay. Well, good job. We'll take it. It's only. Oh, he got it, Reese. Okay. That's why I can't get that dusty in a short amount of time. But to be fair, desks get dusty so fast. Do you guys feel this? Like, anytime there's a sunny day, you're like, I clean my desk like once a week at least. But like, I swear, like, you clean it, and then like a few days later, it's like dusty again. You're like, how? How do I live? Like, how do I live like this? You know? You upgraded his whole setup. It was many money. You could have spent that money on a big Gudetama. Do you even love your wife? You just thought it looks like it was leaning. No, 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 no. Look, last week it was like the plant was like hanging down. Like it was not like up like this. And I watered it and now it's like up. And I was like, damn, it was dying before. It was wilting and now it just revived itself. So I'm like, that's actually how plants work. That's crazy. That's what I figured out. If you water plants, they'll they'll be more lifeful. They'll be more they'll be more alive. Yeah, plants like water. That's what I've learned. It's trying to escape. It's never allowed. It's not even allowed the sweet release of death. Like it just hangs on. It's like suffering. It's like dying, and then I bring it back. You know. Um, what's the anime looking picture too behind the plant? This is Child. That's Child. He's not even my favorite Genshin character, but he's here now. Um, you think the cactus on your desk at work is officially dying? Killing a cactus is hard work, but you did it! Congrats! GG's. You accomplished the impossible. I'm proud of you. It's what am I even trying to say? Yeah, this plant it really doesn't die. It's just it's really um you know I thought I killed the other two. I had three of this plant and I killed the other two, and this one won't die. It's hanging in there. So, well, that's good. Is having a Genshin picture on your shelf leave level 1? Honestly, 90% of the stuff on this shelf I didn't buy myself. So like I can't take responsibility for it, you know? I was just being a nice guy, not throwing away gifts people gave me, okay? So I cannot be blamed for the shelf's contents. Me just breeding a super plant that will survive the apocalypse. It's ready. Yeah, it's gonna when global warming hits and we run out of water, it's just you know, that plant will survive. And if I'm really starving, I'll eat it. Me just holding them for a friend. Yeah. All this weeb stuff is for a friend, not me. What did the gifters expect in return? I think nothing. I don't know. They can let me know. I think it was nothing. Alright, that is grifters. Oh, they're calling you a grifter, they're calling you. You're just like Matt. No, I can't even compare you to Matt Walsh. That's too far. That's too far. We all getting grifter ads though on our YouTube for some reason. I don't know what I respect more, honestly. Like the people, like I don't know what's worse, you know, like the commentators, like is it worse if they actually believe it or is it worse if they don't believe it and they're just doing it for the money? Like maybe I guess it's better if they're just doing it for the money because they're like taking money from people who also believe that and then they're like hopefully not being a jerk in their real life. But they're also like doing a lot of bad in the world, you know? Like it's like I guess both are bad. But I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. Like the ones who believe dumb stuff have a backbone. At least they have integrity. Yeah, they do have integrity. But if they actually believe that, that's really bad. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of I mean, I'm sure there's people like that on Twitch as well. Lunch is done. Time for nap one. Ratsy, you gotta stop napping so much, man. Did you also hear Daily Wire also has a knockoff Family Guy show? That sounds terrible. I cannot. And welcome in, Anastasia. I'm doing good. How are you? Gotta get a big P.O. box so Ernie can ship you a Leon Kennedy Dakimakura. Is that a body pillow? I don't want that. Ship that to Estat. Estat would love that. I think he would use that. Why Leon Kennedy? I think I closed my P.O. box. I had it open for a bit, but it got annoying. I think I didn't use it and then they closed it or something. I don't remember what happened. You're doing good. Just relaxing after dinner. Nice, nice. I hope you enjoyed your dinner. Why not? Leon Kennedy's so cute. I mean, he's cute, yeah, but why? Why? He's not one of my special crushes, you know. I like a different Leon. I want a Leon. He doesn't have a last name. This Leon does not have a last name. Um, Body pillow, but I already have enough plushies. It's gotten to the point where I'm like, when I have to move, the plushies like take up so much space, you know? I got rid of a bunch of plushies recently, but I still have a lot. Like as you can see behind me, like I still have a lot. So I'm trying to get rid of some, but I can't get rid of the ones that are like gifts, you know? Like like obviously I can't get rid of the ones that are gifts, so it's like I gotta keep these. You know, that's why it's a good bit. But it doesn't really work because I also like Leon Kennedy. Because like who doesn't? He's very handsome. He's cheesy, yes, but he's very handsome. Leon is a green name. I think that's his name. I cannot confirm. I don't know the Pokemon Sword and Shield lore, but I think his name is Leon. And then his brother's name is Hop Leon. That's what I think. I don't think I've ever I don't think I've ever pretended to have an opinion that I don't actually believe on stream. Because you guys know I'm a terrible liar. But I'm always like I'm always like joking around, so I probably said a lot of things, but I don't actually believe them. But it's clear I'm joking, unless you don't know. Um, you're gonna play Destiny with your friend today, but he's doing the new raid. Oh no. I don't know what that means. He's doing the new raid. Is that bad? I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I think it's bad. You put the crying face. So I think it's bad. Oh no. You know what you could do instead? You could take Ernie out to dinner. Because you did ask her yesterday, and you asked her on a day that she was definitely busy. And then, so you could just take her today instead. Like the nicest restaurant in town. Just content you can't do yet. Well, if you can't do, yeah, I guess you're free this evening. It's we just got my back. Yeah, I got you, Ernie. Need you backseating your marriage? I will backseat your marriage. I'm just giving. I'm just giving unsolicited advice. She missed her shot. No, you missed your shot. You can't ask someone out on a date when you know they're busy and be like, "Oh, too bad. I guess we can't go." Like, yeah. I will backseat people's marriages. I mean, if anyone needs marriage advice, I'm here. Even if you don't need marriage advice, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready. Although a lot of times people do come in and they have like relationship, they need like relationship advice, but a lot of times I think they're trolling. Like people have like weird advice. Like people have like weird situations when they come in, you know? Like we've had multiple people come in. We've had multiple people come in and be like, I cheated on my partner or something. You guys remember? I was like, it's like I don't know if I think they're lying. Like I don't know. Why would you go to Twitch? Like if that's really what happened, would you really go to Twitch? No, I don't think so. You got a honeydew milk tea and spring rolls and a pork bun while you watch Thailand. And you should be doing that every day. Even if you don't, Ashley's here. Yeah, I give really good advice. Not biased at all, you know? What about the guy who came in every stream saying tips are getting a girlfriend? I banned that person because that's all they said every time. Um, at first it was funny, but then they kept going. They kept going. You got caught cheating on your wife at a Coldplay concert? Oh no! What should I do? You should give your wife all your CEO money. Give her the company. Unless the company's doing poorly, then don't give her the company. That's my play. And then resign. Resign as CEO. Because you should not be dating the HR director. Come on. I think that's a weird relationship. That's your good deed for the month. You're a liar. You're a liar. You just posted an apology online and ended with cope. I think that was fake. I think that was fake. I don't think he actually posted a apology with the Coldplay lyrics. I don't think that was actually. I think someone was just messing around. But yeah, you should. You should. You should take that fake advice and go for it. Actually, the only time I fall for the relationship advice bait is like when people are when I'm worried that someone will go down the path of like becoming a nice guy or becoming an incel, you know? I like to give advice in those situations because I think like having the right perspective at the right time can change things around, you know? And I always give advice in a situation where I feel like the person asking for the advice might make someone uncomfortable. Like if someone comes into chat and they're like, "Oh, I want to ask out this girl that like this girl like who's like in a at her job, you know, like you know, it's like someone's like, oh, like this barista, I really want to ask her out, but I haven't talked to her much. I'll be like, no, do not ask her out, you know, in those situations. I mean, it obviously depends on the situation, but if it's a very clear cut, like, hey, I want to ask out this barista at Starbucks. We haven't really talked much, but she seemed nice to me when she was taking my order. Then I'm like, no, it's her job to be nice to you. Do not ask her out in a situation where she has to be polite to you because she's working her job. Those situations. Sometimes people do come in asking for help on those, and I'm like, no, do not make people uncomfortable. CEO would probably have gotten away with it if he didn't try to dodge the camera. That's what I said. I'm like, I don't condone this, but like, you're an idiot. Like, if you just acted normal, no one would have ever known. Because, like, no one knows what CEOs look like. She seemed nice as a store clerk, or it's expected to have to be nice? How would you ask a clerk without it being weird? I think the only situation, where it's okay is like if you develop a rapport that's not just like them taking your order. Like if you start talking about your personal life and they start talking about their personal life and you like have like a proper conversation, a proper connection, I think it's okay. As long as if the person says no, as long as you take no for an answer and don't keep going back and like continuing to ask her out because like she can't leave, right? She can't escape and she can't like you know where she's gonna be and it's kind of creepy at that point. I would say like if they say no, then it would probably be better if you don't go back there. But if you do, just keep it professional and don't bring it up again. She can't. I mean, that's a legitimate concern, though. Like she can't leave, right? She can't leave from the situation. Like there's many situations where, like there's like a regular at work who's like really creepy, and the person has to like hide in the back when that person comes in, right? Like there are situations like that. I'm thinking of professing my love to the streamer I watch. I'm pretty sure she knows I exist. Any advice? You joke, Bear, but people do ask that kind of stuff, and it's like no, like I think a lot of people don't understand that. You know, like they don't understand that just because you watch a streamer a lot doesn't mean like you actually know them personally. You know, and some people are like a little bit weird about it. Some people are a lot weird about it. But those people will probably not. If they're like super delusional, they probably will not. Like, if they probably will not take your advice. You know. Yesterday, bartender once we actually went on a date and did not hit it off, and then people dunked on me when I went back there. Yeah, I think you gotta be prepared to not go back to that place anymore. So you're saying I shouldn't hit on my maid? Maid, no. Butler, yes. Yeah. Butler's fine. Maid, no. Yeah, you should not hit on your maid. There's too much of a power. You're paying her, you know? It's a bit weird. But yeah, so there's a lot of nuance that people do not consider. Like I've been asked out in weird ways that are like borderline uncomfortable. The weirdest way, I think I've told this story on stream. The weirdest way I got asked out is I was meeting a friend at the movies, okay? I parked in the parking lot. And I was just chilling on my phone waiting for my friend to arrive. And when he said he arrived, I went to go meet him, right? But then when I came back to my car, there was a note on my car. And I was like, oh my God, did someone hit my car? Right? Like, cause like that's why you leave a note. And then it was a note saying, I saw you in your car and I couldn't take my eyes off you. Here's my phone number. And I was like, that is so creepy. Cause like this person, firstly, I have no idea who this person is, right? Like, 'cause I was just in the parking lot. I didn't talk to anyone. They didn't even like say anything, right? Like they could be like a 60-year-old man. Like I don't know who's asking me out. And two, he was staring at me in my car. I was like, bro, and he left a note. It was so weird. That is, that's an example of how to not ask someone out. Super weird. I was fine in terms of interacting with her. We still got along very well. My friends are just mean to me. I mean, that's par for the course. It's super, yeah, so creepy, right? I was staring at you in your vehicle. Wanted to let you know you didn't see me. I know, right? Like, it's like what? Like, what could possibly be going through their mind? Like, cause like I didn't even see them, right? Like, why would I say yes to that? So weird. Yeah, that's definitely the weirdest way. Cause I don't think it gets weirder than that, right? Like, complete stranger, did not even see them. I mean, not including like all the weird comments I get from like complete strangers on chat. Cause like I don't know what goes through their mind. You know, like people who like come into a stream and just like being like, hey, are you single? Like, are you like, you know, like you're so like you're like the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Are you single? Like what do they think is gonna happen? Like you're a complete stranger. I don't know who you are, what you look like. I don't know anything about this person. What are they expecting me to say? Like, sure, let's go out. Like no. That's like the equivalent. That's like the equivalent of someone leaving a note on your car, you know? Word it better at least. I know, right? Like if they just left a compliment, maybe it would have been okay. But like what were they expecting? Like me to just be like, "Oh yes, let's go on a date, complete stranger that was staring at me in the parking lot." Like, okay. Like I don't know who they are. Too many weirdos out there. It's better to stay indoors all the time. Yeah, apparently. Circle yes or no and leave it on your windshield. Imagine if they like, I have your license plate number. Oh God. No, they left like they left like their WeChat, I think. I guess they were Chinese. Maybe they thought I was Chinese too. Cause like I was like, I don't have a WeChat. I can't add you. You don't want to go out with a viewer that has 420 and 69 in their name? Well, if it's both. I'm sure they're upstanding members of society. I know. Like, I don't really get what... I still don't... Like, I acknowledge and have accepted that these people exist, but, like, I still do not comprehend the thought process. Like, you go into a stranger's stream, right? You go into some streamer, and you give them a compliment, and you hit on them. Like, what are they expecting in return? Like, are they expecting me to date them? Are they just like putting that out there and they're not expecting anything? They just like hitting on people and being weird about it. Or I don't know. I used to have guys give me their number when I worked at an auto parts store. Yeah, do not hit on the person. I think like do not hit on the person that's just trying to doing their job. You know, text me sometime. I mean, I guess they didn't harass you for your number, so I guess that's good. Nothing more romantic than the smell of catalytic converter. Yeah, that is a weird place to ask someone out. Hey, followed you. Please move to the US and be my girlfriend. Maybe. How about catcalling from cars? I think it's odd because they're like driving away. Yeah, maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same line of thinking as catcalling. Because like when you're catcalling, you're not really expecting anything in response, right? Like surely they're not expecting like a date, right? Like they're just doing it to harass someone, or I guess they think it's like a compliment. Um, Even though they're actually being very scary. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just for the person. Yeah, I don't really. I guess, but I don't really understand their intentions. I guess they just think it's a nice thing. Cause like I get that too. Like people will come into chat and they'll be like, they'll say something really creepy to me, and then they'll like, and then I'll ban them, and then they'll send like an unban request, and they're like, I was just giving you a compliment. Like, why don't you appreciate it? You know? So I guess some people think that it's like appreciated, and they're like being nice or something. I don't know. But like, who raised them? Who raised them? Have they ever met a woman? Like, I don't know. Maybe they think the woman they're yelling at can run really fast and catch up to their car. So they just like they think women can run really. I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah. But yeah, it's a maybe they're yeah maybe the point of catcalling from the car is to weed out the woman who runs slowly. You know, because they're like they don't want someone who can't run as fast as the car. um. I was gonna date her, but she was too stuck up for my liking. True. Those guys would absolutely say that. Only accept catcalling if they're meowing like a cat. True. True. You're so beautiful. Please accept my Discord friend request. Honestly, the friend requests are one thing, but sometimes people are like, "Can I send you?" Sometimes people ask, "Can I send you a picture?" I'm like, why do they ask? I don't really get it. Like, why do they ask? Like, surely those people will just send it, right? Like, they don't care. But I guess they want me to, like, who says yes? Like, how many people say yes to that? I don't know. But, like, multiple people have asked that. I'm like, why do they ask? Like, I guess it's good they're asking, but, like, but sometimes they say no and they send it anyway. So, like, you know, I don't know why they bother. Maybe they're hoping someone will say yes one day. I don't think anyone would say yes to that. Cause like, there's no way that picture is something I would want to see. It's sexist of me to just say women can outrun cars. I mean, it depends how fast the car is going. Is a picture of a cute dog? Then yes. Otherwise, leave me alone. Honestly, I wouldn't even accept that. Like, just send it in the Discord, man. If you have a cute pet, send it in the Discord. Don't send it directly to me. I and I will not trust them enough to open the message. You know, like if it's like new message, photo, are you really gonna take the chance and open it? No. I would not. I'm gonna reject it. You want cute dogs in your DMs? Well, there you go. All the people watching, Kovaris would love having pictures sent to him. Send him whatever you want. You don't have to scroll for cute. You don't want to scroll through all the snake and spider pics. It's important. Well, I guess you can be open to receiving these DMs. Enjoy that. As someone who does receive them, you do not want them. I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful that Twitch. I don't know who uses Twitch Whispers still, except for creeps. But I'm very grateful that the Twitch Whispers, you're not allowed to send photos. Cause like the DMs I have are like really weird. Like people will always okay. Actually, I say this. My last DM was from Kovaris, but it was a normal DM. Cause like not many people are using it too much. I think maybe it's like off or something like that. I was like, who's using Twitch is Kovaris. A bit of a creeper. No. Sometimes I get DMs. People just say hello a lot of times. And sometimes people give me strange business offers, as you can imagine. There's like one person. Oh my god, there's one person who DM'd me and said, "Hey, I will like give you this much money or like gift a sub or whatever if you call me a loser on stream." And then like that's like normal message, right? normal average Twitch chatter message. But then a year later, they send me another one. They're like, "Hey, the offer's still on." A year later, and I was like, "Damn, like that's kind of impressive." Like that's kind of like you actually did follow up 1 year later. It's so funny. Um, Please tell me that these business offers aren't as sus as I think they might be. They're exactly as sus as you think they might be, Law. There's a lot of those. And there's a lot of I mean there's some like actual scams, you know. But he was stewing on the deal. He followed up, I guess. He's very organized. Like he probably sends a bunch of these messages and I guess he followed up on all of them. I don't know. He was like, let me know whenever you're ready. He had to save up for 1 year, yeah. He was gonna put on a payment plan before, but now he has cash. He's ready. Yeah, it was kind of funny though. Whenever people are like that, it's like there's like normal weird and then there's like fun weird, you know? Like funny weird. Like obviously they're creeps, but like sometimes they're creeps in a really unusual way and it's a fun time. These are the messages that we share around in the mod chat, you know? And sometimes people are clearly just like trolling around and it could be a fun time. But it depends. It depends on the nature of the message. Usually I just ignore it or I think it's funny. At this point, I feel like I've seen it all. There's very few messages where I'm like, ooh, that's a lot, you know? I'm like it happens very rarely. The people being weirdos on Twitch, they're too basic. Like tell them to up their game. Tell them to up their game. Be creative, you know? Like if you're gonna be a weirdo, at least be funny about it, you know? So that's my PSA to all the weirdos. At least make it funny. At least make it entertaining. You can be my weird. You can be my weird. It will just cost you. I mean, I have a bunch of people with these business. Oh, my weird. Okay. I mean, I can send them to you if you want. Like I've got people being like, hey, I'll give you this much money on PayPal. Like I can send those people to you. You can have them. Just put the thing you want them to call you in your username, and then you can say, yeah, right. Come on. Like even if someone's username is like cool guy or like I don't know what they want to be called. Oh yeah, no, that person could have just been put their name loser in their username, and I would have called them loser like without a second thought, you know. So like they could just they could have saved some money and they could have saved a year of their life, you know, waiting and following up on the deal. Oh my god, you're so smart, Kovar. You should just tell them that. But now I'm gonna be suspicious of anyone who comes in with like loser in their username. You'll let them know. Okay, thank you. Yeah, these weirdos, they gotta play smart, you know. Loser Bear 11. It was you the whole time, Bear. Can you imagine? Yeah, I don't know how many of these people are like serious or not, you know? Like there's so many. But it's usually people asking to send photos. Like they want to pay me to send them a photo. They want to pay me for them to send me a photo, and I'm like, you know, it's like free. Like I don't get it. You're gonna change right. Ernie's gonna change her name right now to lose Ernie. Oh, it's her too. So many people. So many people are into this. I know such a popular thing that people are into. Costco hot dog consumed. Ready for the weekend. Let's go. Do you go to Costco every weekend? Why are you going to Costco so much? You should make a wide me jug happy. You should make a wide stat happy. This is your emote. It's your brand. Man loves the Costco hot dog. True. LoserCon. I will happily call you a loser for free, Zirconian. Um, Meal prep. You go to Costco every weekend. You meal prep the whole week. But I feel like if you go to Costco, you have enough food for like a while. You know? Because like you buy the Costco chicken, like you cannot eat all that in a week. Maybe you can. I don't know. Why wouldn't I make? Yeah, you should make one. How do you meal prep Costco hot dog? You buy the hot dogs from you can like buy the actual like hot dog buns and the sausage from Costco. That's how you meal prep. You just buy them in advance. Costco hot dogs is a reward for meal prepping. Oh, okay, okay. Cat sitting very comfortable around a campfire with its friends. Aww. You need to make 4 meals at a Costco rotisserie. That's true. That's a good point. Is a good value of food. My mom kept telling me about these Costco cabbage rolls. But I didn't see them when I was there. She was like, "Can you get the Costco cabbage rolls?" I looked for them, I couldn't find them. Yeah, so maybe they were sold out. Maybe they're very popular right now. Back before 2020, Costco, I worked at had Polish sausage and sauerkraut. We still have that. You guys don't have that? Okay, also I have to go pretty soon. I forgot. I have Pilates today. Hopefully I do not die at Pilates today. You gotta make sure you freeze portions so you don't spoil the fats. You can even use the bones to make chicken stock. You can. You could get a good value out of that. Yeah. Hit dog. Oh no, don't hit dogs, man. What are you doing? We're just gonna come back tomorrow with abs. I'm working on it. But yeah, I will be streaming again tomorrow. As usual, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you want more yapping, I'll be there for that. And then afterwards, we're gonna play Baldur's Gate with Zirconian. Badly. But yeah, so tomorrow will be a lot of fun stuff. Goodbye forever. Yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. You'll play excellently. It won't matter. Okay, but yeah, I'll hope to see you all tomorrow. But if I don't, have a good rest of your weekend. And yeah, take care, everyone. Goodbye.